Taiguaġlaŋa Ilipnun. Let me read to you. This is a collection of stories from elders from the Nana region, which is where I'm from. This is Volume 1, and I believe there are 3 volumes in this series. This book is very hard to find. You probably have to go check one out from the library, or if you're lucky enough, you might have a copy. When I was in school, we used this book, and the school had multiple copies to be used in the classrooms. And I got this copy from one of my English professors from when I was in undergrad and graduate school, and I feel very fortunate to have this copy. So here are the list of elders. The story that I'm going to read is by Lawrence Gray, who was my amo, my great-grandparent. And this was published in 1989. I was 1 year old. Some information about Iñupiaq language. And the story that I want to start with is, again, a story by Lawrence Gray. It's the first story in the book. And I think what I'll do is I'll read, starting with the Iñupiaq, one paragraph, and then I'll read that same paragraph in English. And there are other stories in here that I might read in future videos. This first section is called Recent History, and there are 2 stories from 2 elders, Lawrence Gray and Joe Sun, both of whom have long since passed. So I'll start with Life on the Trail by Akisaqpak, Lawrence Gray. Transportation. Debjo even ruhahutinglu, iglihotiniglu, Iḷitchisa cutting in you now wait. Kore ama manna nuna. The ramba kalung ni rakaming ukumora huding. Even rumikchuk. Even rumik unni nalurut. Damarat dot nahuding in you now wait manna. When I was growing up in this area, people did not travel with outboards or other motorized vehicles. When they went fishing, they towed a boat along the bank. They did not even know about motors of any kind. Nahagova bakma nudat mako okridman iglirut nakrejut. Datna inrinyiqsot demoni inyuhorna kapta. Damarra kayakahut kayakakduni dara olat Olat na pangurok, mani guvangmi. Dara even ruhakmatun, ihrumatiginagnaqsaq unni. Daimani umamin, umaknga, angalat jirat lukhuni. Karanahuni, darama, karapluni, iglirnaktuk. Kayaktuktuni, daimani. Upapakma aglatatna inriqsuq. Tamarra iñunervich. Nowadays, young folks cannot go anywhere if they are out of gasoline. Here along the Kobuk, the kayak was an important means of transportation. As long as you had a kayak, it would take you anywhere. Sometimes even it seemed like a motorboat because it was so easy to maneuver. A kayak is easier than a boat to maneuver. We had no problem traveling by kayak in those days. Nowadays, it is not the same. Katichinyahliq, subsistence living. Kalungmik agla iñunirakdot damanin suli nanirak durahutin. Kakma no dahutin konga. Damarat tutuichuk damani manna. Tutumik bichuk. Agla daramma nanirak durahutin. Tutulahutin suli no damun tatkonga birakniksot. Nagova no tak dongilaktuk. Uva pakma unni. Fishing and trapping were the only means of subsistence in those days. People would go up beyond Noatak to hunt for caribou because there were none around here. Now no one goes beyond Noatak to hunt. Sulitara oragmi daimani kakirakniksot angayukavut. Makot tatavut angurajat. Dara itchavim nungitjangan damani daramad nanite. Amerik civic nutman damani darama sibut mukhuting. Olarniksot. Dara sikripang rahuting Iڵitch ipneirniahuting. Datna olarniksot. In the summer, men went hunting up in the North Slope area. At the beginning of August, men would begin their trip up there. Some of them went to hunt marmots. Others went for Dall sheep. Nagova oravak, biluting, nekohrnyahuting. Arnak darama, kalung nirahuting. Kalungmik nekohripluting. Even rura hrungakating. Kakdurahuting beirut. While the men were away for the summer, their wives would also be gathering food. Mainly, they went fishing. They did not use outboard motors. They used seines to net the fish. Angutingili kaki aming ipneila kaming. Darama ipneich paniktingurak hlurich nikingich. Kaunak durvorach lu iñunarak niksot. As for the men who had gone north to hunt Dall sheep, they dried the meat and put up the fat. Suli Sikrik Dolly, Sikrik Bangnili, Bityak Dot, Sikrik Bakaming, Nak Ditluhich, Ole Yat, Ingalot Lurich, Gudratmun, Sat Luhich, Ipi Tarik Sit Luhik Datna, Nak Dishrimap Luhich Ashi, Sikrik Page, Iluilaruk Dara, Datna Ashi, Datna Jinya Kaming, Okru Hirakniksut, Sikrik Bom Amenun, Okrut Katitluhich, Ikipluhich, Sikrik Bom Amenun, Katlisingich, Nauraka, Sikrik Page, Nirit Jarming, Okrongich, Okruyarnikut, Gisem Mate, Una Sikrik Bom Ame, Dingnik Silyap Berarivuk. Dara Okrumik, Okrulhanyamik, Immichoni. Darali Nikho Shunyak Dut. Okimi Ashri Pipman, Nirap Siplurich, Dat Natchich. Those who were marmot hunting would first gut and skin the marmots, and then hang them upside down to dry. In order to preserve the marmot meat, fat was gathered and packed into skins. When this was done, the skins would bulge with the fat. That was one way they put up meat for use in the winter. Ukiakrakman, Dashamma Sikuvikrangat Sivoni Angilaktut, Mako Angurachat, Karirot, Umerluhuting, Gurkotigun, Tatbakna Inringin, Umerliunak Domin, Dashamma Umerlip Luting. Datna Inyu Harniksot, Depjo Inuich. Datna Shri Angilyakaming, Kitun Ramiknun, Kalung Nak Donun, Bibluting. Dara Sikuvikrangan, Sivu Rangani, Dara Atahuting, Darunga Nunakimun. Datna Shri Nikho Shrating, Damarra Damatko, Oki Sigak Siplurich, Nangishrungakating, Iñunahuting. When fall rolled around, the men would begin their journey home just before freeze-up. They would float downriver on a log raft. When they got home, their families would still be fishing. The food which they had put up would get them through the winter. They could then live quite contentedly. Nanerak Durnak Sipman, Nanerak Durhuting, Ilirot Didashungating, Agla Kipmilchenyanik, Surarot Nakahuting, Demma Suli, Daglu Shenyamik, Daglu Kashenyahuting, Nagova Daglu, Unni Bakma Uva Ayurnak Sirok. During the winter, the men went trapping. For transportation, they used dog teams rather than snow machines. Snowshoes were also essential for getting around on the snow. Nowadays, snowshoes are rare. Daimani daima dot ni luting sayuktunik sot inuich iñupiaq bagit luting. Kanuk tarhamma iñupiaq okimi uvani kanuk Ilipnun Taiguaġlaŋa sikupman tarhamma iñupiaq datna inniqsot. Those people were very robust because of the way they lived and hunted. The way they lived during each season kept them in shape. Daughter, we might be done right there.